howdy, hey, how is everybody doing? And welcome back to Disney Daily. For those of you who have been following my channel for a while now, you know how much I love the Disney princesses. And it is because of that love that I decided to deep dive into the lore of what makes a Disney princess a Disney princess. So I made a video explaining what the criteria is for each princess in order to be considered part of Disney's official lineup. And I also explained which princesses did not make the cut, even if it seemed they were a shoo-in to be official. The Disney princess criteria at first glance seems very vague, however, it is actually extremely specific and methodical. It has given us fans a better understanding of what we should be looking for when the next Disney princess movie arrives. Now, because it was so much fun exploring the princess criteria, I thought it would only be appropriate that we take a closer look at the princes. I thought if there was an official Disney princess lineup and criteria, then there has to be one for the princes as well. So in today's video, we are discussing the official Disney prince lineup, who makes the cut and why. Now, before I start, I do want to mention that finding information for the princes is not only difficult, but extremely limited. Additionally, most of what I present today will be what I have gathered from my extensive research from various Disney fan sites, not any official words from Disney. So basically, this video is speculation and is more of a theory than it is an actual fact. And because of that, you don't have to take what I say as the truth. In fact, I highly encourage you to come up with your own official lineup and your reasoning for why each prince fits onto the list. Okay, let us begin, shall we? Now, in all honesty, the biggest indicator that a prince will be recognized as official is if their love interest was recognized as an official Disney princess. Unlike the Disney princess count, which has 12 ladies total, according to several sources, the princes only have 10, which makes sense because when you factor in Merda and Moana, both do not end up with a love interest at the end of their film. The 10 Disney princes are as follows: Florian, Charming, Philip, Eric, the Beast, Aladdin, John Smith, Shang, Naveen, and Flynn Rider. Now, there is technically another set of criteria for why these 10 are official. Besides them being automatically on the list because their partners are, they also must satisfy one of the following 3 requirements. They must be either royal by birth, royal by marriage, or be the love interest of an official Disney princess. I want to note that the princes can satisfy more than one requirement, but only one is needed to be included. So let's go through the princes and see how they measure up. Prince Florian from Snow White is the first official Disney prince. Florian is a prince both by marriage and by birth, because as we know, Snow White is a princess from her own kingdom. I will say that it is hard to tell that he comes from a royal family because he doesn't exactly introduce himself to Snow White when we first meet him. But we do see him take her away to his castle at the end of the film, so it confirms he is in fact a prince from a land far, far away. Next up, we have Prince Charming from Cinderella. Prince Charming is royalty by birth. Obviously, Cinderella is the simple townsfolk in the film and she marries into royalty. Then we have Prince Philip from Sleeping Beauty, who is still one of my favorite princes solely based on his looks. Philip is similar to Prince Florian. He is both royalty by birth and royalty by marriage. In the very beginning of the movie, Prince Philip's father, King Hubert, introduces him to his bride to be, Aurora, and as we learn, the two kingdoms made a pact that their children would be betrothed so that their kingdoms could unite one day. Our next official prince is Eric from The Little Mermaid. Eric is royalty by both marriage and birth, a prince of both land and sea. The sea part obviously comes from marrying Ariel, who is the princess of the merfolk in Atlantica. However, many fans, including myself, have always speculated the royalty by birth component for many reasons. One of those simply being his attire. I mean, his attire doesn't exactly scream royalty, and he is seen working amongst the sailors on the ship. Usually, royalty is not seen getting their hands dirty, but Eric is a rare breed, a prince who rules and works amongst his people. Next up, the Beast from one of my favorite films, Beauty and the Beast. The Beast is royal by birth and makes Belle a princess when the two marry at the end of the film. After the Beast, we have a bit of a change-up with Aladdin, who is not royal by blood. In fact, he is the complete opposite. Aladdin is extremely poor and is known as a street rat, who survives by taking things from the local market. Aladdin becomes a prince when he marries Princess Jasmine at the end of the film, which makes him officially Disney royalty. After Aladdin, we have from Pocahontas, John Smith. John Smith is a curveball because he is not royal by birth or royal by marriage. If he had married Pocahontas at the end of the film, then royalty by marriage would have applied to him. So how is he an official Disney prince, you ask? Well, he fits into the last requirement that I mentioned, which technically all of the princes fit into. And that is, he is the love interest of the leading lady who is recognized as a princess, which is Pocahontas in this case. Now, if you want a more in-depth dive into how Pocahontas is an official Disney princess, please consider watching my other video about the Disney princess lineup, which I'll leave a link to down in the description. Next, we have Shang from the movie Mulan. Shang is another curveball because he is not royal by birth or marriage. In fact, Shang is just a general of the Chinese army, no royal ties at all. But according to the logic many fans have applied, he is similar to John Smith in that he too is the love interest of an officially recognized Disney princess, and thus that makes him an official Disney prince. The next Disney prince on this list is Naveen from Princess and the Frog. Like Charming and the Beast, Naveen is a prince solely by birth. And last but certainly not least, we have Flynn Rider from the film Tangled. Flynn is similarly situated to Aladdin. Rider is a thief who only becomes royal after his marriage to Rapunzel. A pretty straightforward list, I would say. Now, from what I have gathered, it seems that this is the only real criteria offered, at least from all the sources that I have read. If you have heard of anything different, please share that down in the comments. I will also say that there are many characters who didn't make the cut simply because their love interest or princess is not on the list. For instance, characters like Tarzan, Hercules, Milo Thatch, and many more. If you would like me to make a video of all the unofficial princes, I can definitely do that. Just let me know down in the comments. And please tell me your favorite Disney prince down below. I am very curious to hear who is your favorite leading man. And as always, thanks for being my guest here at Disney Daily. Until next time.